Meet the Wacky Wonders. This dance troupe has been practicing for weeks and they are super excited for their big recital. I mean, just look at their faces. The only thing that they're a little bit apprehensive about is picking the fabric for their costumes. In the past, they've had trouble agreeing on what to wear, and they hope things will go more smoothly this time. Because they're dancing to David Bowie's Space Oddity, which is a great choice, they talked it over and generally agreed that it would be a great idea to have a space-themed fabric. They also think it would be awesome to have purple fabric, since it just so happens that they all love that color. So naturally, this purple, space-themed fabric seems like it would be perfect. But these are scientifically minded dancers, and they want to make sure that they're being fair about it, so they decide to put it to a vote. They come up with these three options. The purple fabric with a space theme, this plain purple color with no print, and lastly, this really cute white cotton space print fabric. The dancers find that they fall into three different blocks of voters. The first block really wants the purple space fabric. They love that it is both purple and space. If they can't get it, they could live with the plain purple, but they would be kind of sad about it. They really are not fans of the white space fabric. Actually, they hate it. Then there are these three dancers. All they care about is getting something that's purple. They have a slight preference for the plain purple, but like the purple space almost as much. As long as it's purple, they're happy. They also really hate the white space fabric. The last block of voters love space more than anything. That's their main priority. They lean towards the white space fabric, but honestly would be happy with anything space-themed. These voters hate the plain purple fabric. Everybody casts their votes. 2 votes for purple space, 3 votes for plain purple, and 4 votes for white space. We'll add them up, and it looks like the white space fabric wins. But this feels unsatisfying. The white space fabric won with 44% of the vote, so it's not the choice of the majority. And actually, this fabric was the most polarizing option. The dancers who didn't want it really didn't want it. In fact, 56% of the voters are extremely unhappy with the choice. So what happened here? The problem is that these dancers used Choose One voting. Everyone cast 1 vote for the fabric they liked the best, and the fabric option with the most votes won. This is a really straightforward way of voting, but it actually comes with a major problem known as vote splitting. In this case, the 2 sets of voters who hated the white space fabric had their votes split between the 2 purple options. As a consequence, they were divided and conquered, and the white fabric ended up winning. Choose One voting does not take into account what voters' backup choices are. In this case, all of the voters really liked the purple space fabric a lot, but they weren't able to show that when casting their votes because Choose One voting only looks at the top choices. So there must be a way to fix this problem, right? One option would be to have each dancer rank the fabrics in order of preference and then use ranked choice voting to pick the winner. First, each voter ranks the fabrics in order of preference. Next, we'll count up the total number of first place rankings on each fabric, and we'll see which fabric has the least number of first place votes. In this case, it's the purple space fabric, so purple space fabric is eliminated. Wait, what? Okay, let's move on. The next step is to take the ballots that supported the eliminated candidate and transfer them to their next choice, which in this case is plain purple. After counting up the ballots again, plain purple now has more than 50%, so plain purple wins. This seems like a better result. 56% of the voters get either their first or second choice, and only 44% are unhappy. But these poor guys, this 44%, they're not just unhappy, they're extremely unhappy. The plain purple fabric was their last choice. And even though their favorite candidate didn't win, their vote did not transfer to their second choice. What the heck? Isn't that how ranked choice voting is supposed to work? That's not fair. Since everyone in the group loves purple and everyone was on board with the space theme, wouldn't the purple space fabric make the most sense? Wouldn't that make the most voters the most happy? Why don't we try another voting method? This one is called star voting. For star voting, the dancers all score their choices on a scale of 0 to 5 stars. The dancers who loved the purple space fabric the most give 5 stars to the purple space fabric. They also throw a few stars to plain purple, but they pretty strongly prefer the purple space. They give 0 stars to the white space fabric. Remember how I said the plain purple voters liked the purple space fabric almost as much as their first choice? That's why they gave purple space a score of 4. They would be nearly as happy to have that fabric. Similarly, the dancers that voted for the white space fabric would be nearly as happy with the purple space fabric, so they also give purple space fabric 4 stars. Now we'll add up all the scores. With star voting, you take the 2 highest scoring candidates and they become finalists. In this case, the 2 purple options have the highest scores, so they move on to the runoff round. In the runoff, we see which of these 2 finalists was preferred by more voters. These 2 voters preferred purple space, these 3 voters preferred plain purple, and these 4 voters preferred purple space. Purple space fabric wins. This makes a lot of sense because all of the dancers loved that fabric. They all gave it a score of either 4 or 5, and nobody had it as their last choice. Unlike standard Choose One voting, star voting allows you to show your order of preference for the candidates. And unlike ranked choice voting, star voting allows you to show how much or how little you like each candidate. Star voting also counts all the ballot data at once, so you don't have to worry about the order of elimination messing up your vote. At the end of the day, these dancers are very happy with their choice to use star voting. Now they just have to practice their moves. Break a leg, guys. Learn more at starvoting.org and follow Star Voting on social media.